Facebook folks are going to miss the first part of the game.
Yeah. Okay, here we are, folks, for the Game 2 of Edwardsville and Highland. Just a little bit late starting my broadcast, but you haven't missed anything. It is 0-0. We're about a minute into the game. So yeah, we're about a minute in. No shots on goal yet. Obviously no score. Highland and Edwardsville. Edwardsville has beaten Highland 3 times this year, but a very competitive game 1 of this series. I think both teams are missing a couple players tonight, but should be a good game. So we got Bogaki in there on the forecheck with Ammon. Ammon centers it, but nobody's in front. Comes to Wernley, though. Wernley shoots it. That went off a Hazelhorse. Bogaki into the corner. We'd like to welcome my wife Maggie and daughters Ava and Grace to the game. And Bulldogs backhand one on net, and that I thought that might have had a chance to deflect past the goalie, but no such luck. Face off. Edwardsville goalie covered. I don't like these Edwardsville black uniforms as much as their white ones. I'd say Highland is the better dressed team tonight. Thought I'd count for something. Highland's wearing their home whites with the bulldog across the chest. Edwardsville really debating which player they want to send out for the face-off. They've settled on one. We've got McGrew, Schmidt, Arabic, Weiss, and Oren. Arabic gets the puck along the boards. Arabic skating in, shot. And the puck trickled to the our left side, the goalie's right side, and the goal was open, but Bulldogs couldn't get anybody there in time. Arabic gets to it. Arabic's shot was on goal. Shot by Schmidt. Weiss was there for the rebound, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Oren has it now. Schmidt battling along the boards. They get it. Comes back to McGrew. McGrew too far for Weiss. Schmidt goes to the bench. Tolley's going to come on. Weiss forechecking. Edwardsville skating out with it. Edwardsville dumps it in deep. Lucas Fry in net tonight. Shot and they score. What a shot. Edwardsville takes a 1-0 lead. Shot from kind of between the blue line and the face-off circle. That just went right in the top corner. Fry might have been screened on that, I'm not sure. But no deflection or anything, that just went in cleanly. Really well placed shot, hard shot too. Ammon tries to get this to Bogaki. Edwardsville skating out with it. Shots on goal read 3 for Highland and 1 for Edwardsville, but that 1 for Edwardsville was a fantastic shot. Hicks has it. Hicks gets it to Ammon. Ammon can't get it out. Ammon kicks it out now. Ammon gets it up to Bogaki, comes back to Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse dumps it in. Bogaki going for a change. Arabic will come back on. S comes down too far. They wave off icing, so Arabic's going to chase it. Ravik up to Hazelhorse. He can't handle the pass. Dumped back in. Past Fry's net. Tolley on it. Tolley shielding the puck. Tolley plays it around the boards. Goes to neutral ice, where Edwardsville will collect it. Highland with just two coaches tonight. Gunter and Weiss on the bench. So Wernley's out there now. Schmidt, Weiss, Oren, and Ravik. Early goal for Edwardsville, the first shot of the game. Puck comes to neutral ice. Good play by Cruz Wernley. Pass up to Ravik. Good job by Wernley defending that one-on-one play. Will Beatty skating in for Edwardsville. He throws it across ice. Edwardsville tries to center off a Highland skate. That's going to go all the way down. And that is icing on Edwardsville. Hazelhorse to take the draw. Wernley takes a shot. That doesn't make it through him and passes it to Hazelhorse. Hazel shoots, deflects up into the netting. So 1-0 Edwardsville early on. Another face-off. Neither team changes. Zoom in a bit, give you a little closer look at the action. Puck comes to neutral ice. Schmidt's there. Schmidt gets it up to Hazelhorse. Good stick by Hazelhorse. He's bringing it in the zone. Shot right on. Saved by the Edwardsville goalie. So we're going to send Fisher over the boards with Weiss and Ravik. And we'll see who comes out on D. Looks like McGrew and Tolley. Tolley gets to it. Tolley cross ice to McGrew. Pass a little bit behind him. McGrew battling along the boards. Edwardsville gets it. McGrew, good job tying up Edwardsville player. Well, Edwardsville centers at Edwardsville. Highland looked like they were going to break out there. Edwardsville keeps possession. Shot off of blocked by Tolley, I think. Tolley ties up his man in the corner. Ravik gets it. Ravik trying to find Fisher. And they're going to call a penalty, I believe, on Edwardsville behind the play. Yeah, so they're going to send an Edwardsville player to the box. And Tolley's going to go to the box. They're going to even this up. Tolley and an Edwardsville player were battling along the boards. He got the puck up to Ravik, and they just kind of kept battling along the boards. I was hoping they might get only the Edwardsville player for cross-check, because I think he kind of got the last hit in. But they called both. They get it up to Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse has it. Bogacki calling for the puck. Hazelhorse throws it on net. And I think they called a penalty on Edwardsville here. So I think we will be on the power play now. Hazelhorse got tripped at along the boards. So this will be a Bulldog power play. Highland out shooting Edwardsville 5-1 early on. This is a bit unexpected, but Edwardsville has the only goal. Puck comes to Hicks. Hicks can't keep it in the blue line. Nice stick by Gavin Schmidt. Edwardsville had two players skating down the ice. Schmidt was the only one back, and he broke it up before they could really get a rush out of it. And now they've called a penalty on Highland. There was a check in the corner. So.
Hey, very long to check. Let's go, Zebra.
Not much of a call there, I don't think. I think they might have called roughing. So Ravik's going to go to the box. I think they just wanted to even it up here.
Let's go, Bulldogs.
So Weiss is going to be out there with Wernley, Hicks, and Oren. We're playing 4-on-4. CJ asking for a explanation of the call. I don't think he liked it. He kind of walked away. And they're going to call offsides here. Okay. So Jackson Oren pressured the puck, got it out, nearly got a... if he could have got that past Edwardsville player, he would have been in the clear. But he did get it out of the zone, so they brought it back in offsides. Puck deflects up in the air. Hicks gets it to Weiss. Weiss overskates it, gets it back. He's just going to play it in deep. Round the boards. So playing 4-on-4 here. Edwardsville will get a brief power play before Aravik gets back on the ice. Good play by Cooper Hicks. Breaks up a long pass that there was an Edwardsville player behind the Highland defense. It was good that pass couldn't connect. Edwardsville goes around Oren, goes into the corner. Plays it back to the point. Oren pressures the puck. Oren blocks the shot. Oren stands on a backhanded clearing attempt. Comes to Hicks. Hicks skating out now. Hicks dumps it in deep. We have 30 seconds left on a Ravik's penalty. 4 seconds left on the Edwardsville penalty. So they'll get about a 26-second power play. And their Edwardsville players back on the ice. And that was played by a high stick, but it's going to come to Hicks. Edwardsville played that with a high stick. Wernley has it now. Wernley has some time. Wernley's going to skate it in. Wernley shoots one on net. Pad save. Highland back to even strength. Ravik back on. Ravik heads to the bench, and Ammon comes on. Edwardsville skating in. Good stick by, I think that was Wernley. Broke that up. Edwardsville tried to center, and Highland dumps it all the way down. I think this is going to be an icing on Highland. So Schmidt and McGrew are going to come on. They're going to lead the same forwards out there. Bogacki, Hazelhorse, and Ammon. 1-0 Edwardsville, late first period, I'm sorry. Comes to Bogacki, can't get it out. Comes to Hazelhorse, backhands it out. Bogacki back on it. Batting the puck, gets it in deep. It's actually on net. The Highlands out shooting Edwardsville. I think it's 7-1 if they update the scoreboard, but some of these have been just deep shots down the ice that it happened to be on goal. No real good scoring chances for Highland. An Edwardsville player just went hard into the boards. I think he lost an edge. No trip or anything. Ammon, good shot from a tough angle, saved by the Edwardsville goalie. So Abendroth's going to come on. I think Ammon's coming off. Looks like Weiss and Ravik are out there with McGrew and Tolley. Schmidt cross ice to Ravik. Ravik skating in. Someone's lost their stick. Can't tell who that is. Oh, it's an Edwardsville defenseman, doesn't have a stick. Puck comes all the way down, no icing. Fry's gonna play it to McGrew. McGrew with it. See, Abendroth comes off. We've got Hazelhorse on, Borgaki on. Shot on net. One nothing. Edwardsville leads. Edwardsville still with only one shot on goal. Pretty good defense for Highland to hold Edwardsville without a shot for the whole period. This is a very good Edwardsville team. Edwardsville North, playing North tonight. Unfortunately, Edwardsville has the only goal. The one shot they had was right inside the post. Tolley shoots one on, rebound. The goalie kind of mishandled that initial shot. He made the save, but couldn't really... I thought he was going to catch it, and he didn't. But Highland can't make anything of it. Tolley throws on the brakes, and Edwardsville player loses his balance trying to keep up. Tolley gets it in deep. Fisher's going to chase this. And this is dumped down. They'll call icing. The Highlands get a face-off here. Just 8 seconds left in the period. Highland played a very good period so far, but they are trailing 1-0. Edwardsville wins the draw, they clear it down, and that should be the end of the period. Fry plays it to Hicks, and the horn goes off. So after one period, it's 1-0 Edwardsville North. Edwardsville wins this game, they will move on to the championship. If Highland wins this game, we'll play game 3. I don't think that game would be for like another 2 weeks. The MVCHA takes a break over President's Day weekend, as a lot of the club teams are doing tournaments. Highland has varsity playoffs this week against Triad. And check the Facebook page for the dates and times on that. Playoffs for varsity? When do they start? Now they're playing Triad this year.
Go, D. Do something. Go. Go.
They play, Highland will play Monday at 9 o'clock, varsity right here at East Alton. If you are able to come out and support the varsity team. They would play Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thursday, if necessary, 3-game series. I'm not sure the other semifinal in this JV gold bracket. I know Columbia North is playing in that, and they're kind of the favorites, but I haven't actually checked how that series is going. I would assume that's who Highland would play if they win, but they got to win tonight and win game 3 as well. Edwardsville gets the puck in center, shot goes wide of the net. That was a dangerous play. Edwardsville with some good pressure here. Cross ice pass. Intercepted by Highland. Gavin Schmidt with it now. He's bringing it down the ice. Gavin Schmidt skating in. Shot, glove save by the Edwardsville goalie. This goalie for Edwardsville is pretty good. He really sharp in the first game. Ammon gets to it. Ammon gives it back to McGrew. McGrew battling along the boards. Comes out. Hicks is going to get to this. Edwardsville cut to the middle of the ice there. Tried a little forehand backhand, and good save by Fry. I was worried that was going to be the second Edwardsville goal, but Lucas Fry made a nice glove save. Edwardsville up 1-0. They scored on their first shot of the game. Highland actually probably outplayed Edwardsville in the first period, but trailed 1-0. McGrew pressuring a Tiger behind the net. Hazelhorse battling there. Comes to the middle. Hicks tied up his man. Edwardsville still with the puck though. Edwardsville passing it behind the net. McGrew battling. Comes back to the point. Edwardsville lets the shot go. Fry has it. It'll be another face-off. Both teams are going to change. Highland kind of got pinned in their zone on that shift. Ravik, Weiss, Oren, Schmidt, and Tolley. Highland trailing 1-0, early second. Schmidt with it. Schmidt skating up ice. Schmidt peeking. Schmidt has a little speed, cutting into the zone. Shot, doesn't make it through. Oren with a great chance there. I think if Oren got that in the air, he might have scored. The Edwardsville goalie did a good job of covering that post, but there was room above the pad. Shot, deflects on. Puck's loose. Oren, stick handles, couldn't get a shot off. Highland with two of their best chances of the game so far. Highland out shooting Edwardsville 11-5, but a lot of those shots have not been really dangerous. There they had two dangerous chances. Edwardsville bringing the puck up. This is David Ingram for the Tigers. Ingram still carrying it, drops it off to Beatty for the Tigers. He shoots one that Fry got a blocker on. I think it was headed wide anyway. But just to be sure. Coley gets this in deep, comes out to the point. Weiss intercepts, wipes, gets it back in. Comes to Ravik. Ravik backhands it behind the net. Coley really pinching in here. Puck comes off the net. Ravik, or that's Oren, tries to jam away at it. Schmidt gets it. Schmidt shot. That didn't make it through. Highland really... this puck comes up. Will Beatty in on a breakaway. He goes forehand, backhand, and scores. Edwardsville makes it 2-0. So Highland's defensemen were really pinching in on that shift, trying to get some offense, and they really got some good pressure. But Edwardsville had a cherry picker down there, and he got behind everybody and Made it 2-0. But 2-0 Edwardsville. That's Beatty for Edwardsville. Made a nice move on Fry. Got it by him. But he was in all alone. And that puck goes up in the netting. They blow the whistle. A little late, thought. Those Edwardsville uniforms have a tiger, or I guess, yeah, tiger paw that vaguely resembles an E. Cleverly representing the Edwardsville Tigers. Edwardsville skating down. Hicks is back. Hicks is Warnley on D with him. Hicks plays his man into the boards. Orrin battling along the boards. 2-0 Edwardsville. Shots are 12-6 in favor of Highland, but Edwardsville leads 2-0. Bogaki tries to play the puck around his man, kind of got interfered with, but not enough to warrant a penalty. Edwardsville skating in 2-on-1, shot wide of Fry's net. Orrin gets to it. Orrin chips it up, now gets it out. Ammon's there. Edwardsville gets it back. Edwardsville shot, saved by Fry. Lucas Fry making his Bulldog debut this season. He's been the primary goaltender for the Bulldogs and done a great job. And that shot deflects off Warnley. He's able to keep it in front of him. Aravik gets to this. Orrin brings it in onside. And Edwardsville nearly had another one of those home run passes where they were behind our defense, but they mishandled the pass. So it's 2-0 Edwardsville. Midway through the second. Puck comes to Aravik. Aravik gets it up to Orrin. Orrin dumps it in deep. Weiss in a forecheck. And Highland turns it over in their own zone to get it out. Aravik still banging away. Beatty recently scored for Edwardsville. He gets a pass off, gets the puck back. Pass comes to Aravik. Aravik, nice play at the blue line. Aravik skating in. He slides it over to Ammon. Ammon gets a shot off, but it didn't make it through. Edwardsville has another cherry picker down there looking for a home run pass. McGrew plays it up the boards. That comes to Abendroth. Abendroth tries to play it in deep. That's knocked down by an Edwardsville stick. Nice stick there. Batted that out of the air. Hazelhorse out there now with Abendroth and Orrin. Good play by McGrew at the blue line. McGrew, nice reverse hit. Kid came to hit McGrew and he ended up on the ice. They get it up. Too far for Schmidt. Comes back past McGrew. Highland trailing 2-0. Highland's played a good game, just haven't been able to get one past the Edwardsville goaltender. Orrin's going to bring this in. Orrin has it knocked off his stick. Hazelhorse tries to get it at the blue line. He keeps it in. Smith plays this in deep to Orrin. Highland's changing though. Orrin's the only one out there. Orrin's going to stall. He's got some teammates now. Orrin's still with it. Orrin shoots, and that hit I think that hit the knob of the goalie's stick. Orrin weaved through traffic there. Got a great shot off. They center it back to Orrin. That hops over his stick. Orrin gets it to Coley. Coley gets it in deep. Highland centers, and that puck is in Orrin's skate. It's loose. No, that's Ravik has it now. Ravik shot on, saved by the Edwardsville goaltender. Highland some really good pressure this last shift. So Highland is out shooting Edwardsville 15-7. But haven't been able to get one by this Edwardsville goalie. I'm not sure who's in goal for Edwardsville, but he has played well both games of this series. This is the fourth time these teams have met. Edwardsville gets in here. Edwardsville in all alone on Fry's shot, and Fry makes a great glove save. The Highland has probably controlled the puck more than Edwardsville. They've got most of the shots, but Edwardsville has really had some dangerous opportunities when they've had the opportunities. More of the high danger chances. Tanner, Brian battling along the boards, and that puck deflects in. Highland couldn't get it out, and a shot from seemed like kind of a harmless shot, but I'm not sure if Fry saw it, and I think it was deflected, and that ends up in the Highland net. Just kind of throwing one at the net, and ends up going in. Fry's made some good saves tonight, even though Edwardsville leads 3-0. Edwardsville doesn't have a lot of shots, but they've had some good ones. Some odd man rushes. So 3-0 Edwardsville. Highland's played this team 3 times already, hasn't beaten them. The first time we played them was a blowout. Edwardsville won big. The next 2 games are very close, competitive games. And this has been a fairly evenly played game, but Edwardsville leads 3-0. It's been closer than the score shows. This one rolls in on Fry. Fry has it covered, and Edwardsville poking around at the goalie after the seemed like he had it covered. But smart play, just the other team's not gonna like it. Hazelhorse will take this draw. Warrenley has it. Warrenley gets it up. Comes behind the net, and we've got a whistle for some reason. I don't know why they're blowing the whistle. I think the net might be... Yep, the net is loose. I don't know how many of you played NHL 93, but when that happened, it would say the net was off its moorings, which was how I learned the word moorings. The moorings are what holds the net in place. Maybe it was NHL 92, I don't know. Penguins are really good in that game. Weiss wins the draw. They get it to Orrin. Orrin skating out. He plays it in deep. That is on net. Ravik on the forecheck. Comes back to Oren. Oren to Ravik. Lots of Tigers in the middle. The Tigers are doing a good job of defending the front of the net. Puck comes to Ravik. Ravik gets it, shot on. Glove save, there's a rebound. Weiss got it on net. But another save by the Edwardsville goalie. Highland has had trouble solving this Edwardsville goalie. Missing Kyson Hoy tonight. I believe Edwardsville's missing a couple Sting players too, but definitely could use Kyson. Cole Rinko also not playing tonight. I haven't seen Resman. I don't think Resman's here. So Highland's missing several players. Puck comes to Schmidt. Schmidt to Oren. Oren behind Schmidt. And Edwardsville's going to have numbers here. Wernley's back. Schmidt's trying to get back. They center it just too far ahead of number 3 for Edwardsville. Otherwise, he would have had a nice chance. Schmidt has it. He gets it to Oren. 9 seconds left in the period. Oren skating in. Oren shoots one wide of the net. Weiss tried to jam that in, but that's going to be the end of the second period. So we've played 2. Edwardsville leading 3-0. Edwardsville got a breakaway goal that period. And just a shot from the boards or deep in the zone that might have been deflected. Ended up in the Highland net. Highland has 16 shots, but hasn't got one in the net. I believe Cole Rinko is in the house tonight, but not in uniform. He's dealing with an injury, I believe. I believe Hoyt and Resman might have playoffs for their club teams. They're a little short-handed. Highland looking for 4 goals to come back and stun Edwardsville. Edwardsville is the number 2 seed in this playoff bracket. The number 1 seed is Columbia North. Those are clearly the 2 top teams if you look at the standings.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
Azahorse will take this face-off. Highland has played well enough to be in this game or to win this game. But they're going to have to find a way to score a goal. McGrew tried to skate that out. He lost it. Highland gets it back. Azahorse backhands it out. Bogaki's chasing. Edwardsville player is chasing. They get to it at about the same time. Edwardsville has it. Edwardsville skating in. Good job by McGrew. Hazelhorse plays this too far for Tolley. Comes to Bogaki. Tolley gets it now. Tolley skating down the ice. Tolley tries to stick handle. Puck goes into the corner. Tolley takes a hit. Not a lot of penalties in this game. They had a little rush there for a while where the refs kind of were in the mood and called several penalties in quick succession and haven't called anything since. Hazelhorse comes off. Weiss will come on. Tolley rips a shot. That got all the way through. Good save by the Edwardsville goalie. And they wave off icing on this one. I don't know if McGrew realized it. Edwardsville skates in, fires one wide of the net. That was a dangerous shot. Another shot on. That one hit the pad of Lucas Fry. Edwardsville cut in the middle of the ice. Another shot. Rebound. This one goes wide. Fry is scrambling. He's back on his feet. This all started with a play that I thought was icing. But the Edwardsville player skated down and beat everybody to the puck. The ref, I think, signaled that it was deflected, so. But that little play led to a lot of pressure for Edwardsville. Ten minutes left. Wernley gets the puck off the face-off. He backhands it up towards the Ravik. Ravik loses it, but Weiss gets it. Weiss skating in. 2-on-2. He's got Orn. Plays it around the boards. Wernley, good play at the blue line. He gets us in deep. Weiss in on the forecheck. Edwardsville's given up some shots tonight, but they are protecting the front of the net, and their goalie's been sharp. Another good play by Wernley. He gets it up to Ravik, but it's a little too far. Weiss gets it back. Weiss dumps this in off an Edwardsville player. 9 minutes left. Highland needs to get some goals to keep their season alive. Cooper Hicks bringing it in. Cooper Hicks centering it. Shot. Hazelhorse in the slot. I don't know if the goalie got a piece of that or if it just went wide. Nice pass from Hicks to find Hazelhorse, though. Wernley tried to shoot one. This goes all the way down, should be icing. Highland's going to get an offensive zone face-off. They will send out Ammon, Hazelhorse, Abendroth, Tolley, and Schmidt. Comes to Ammon. Ammon takes a shot. It's blocked. He tries to get it to Schmidt. Schmidt is battling to keep it in the zone. Cross ice pass. This is intercepted by Tolley. He's going to bring it back in. Tolley shoots, and that's caught by the Edwardsville goalie. Highland will keep the same vibe out there. Hazelhorse going to take the draw. Comes to Ammon. They can't keep it in. Tolley there with it now. Tolley to Schmidt. Schmidt gets it to Edwardsville. Shot and they score. Edwardsville makes it 4-0. That might have been Beatty again for Edwardsville. That's kind of rude. I had dinner with his mother. So yeah, our family met up with the, well, Mark Beatty wasn't able to attend, but Casey and some other people before the game. And Edwardsville scores again. Edwardsville just pouring it on now. 5-0 Edwardsville. Maybe wouldn't have had dinner with the enemy if I knew they were going to do this. It's 5-0 Edwardsville now. This is turning into the first game that we played. The last two were much closer. The shots are dead even, 17 each. But it's not just the quantity, it's quality. Cooper Hicks gets this. Puck comes to Weiss. Weiss lets one rip. That's on net. Another save by Edwardsville's goalie. Good slap shot there for Patton. The 5-0 Edwardsville. It's looking like Edwardsville is going to advance to the finals. Highland needs another forward out here. They'll send Tanner.
Go, Tanner!
That ref didn't wait for him to get out there, though. He dropped the puck anyway. Frying out there. Covering the point. Schmidt pinching in deep. Schmidt with the puck behind the net. Schmidt gets it to Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse can't keep it in. Edwardsville skating out. 2-on-1. Hicks is back. Edwardsville cross ice. Shot that misses the net. Another good chance for Edwardsville. Hicks did his best to defend that, and they ended up shooting it wide. Schmidt plays it in deep. 6.5 minutes left. Highland down 5-0. Highland lost the first game 3-2. It was a very good game. This game has been closer than the score shows, but the score shows it's not very close. Brian, nice play, intercepts, stick handles. Probably should have shot that a little sooner, but nice play to steal that pass by Brian, and he did get a shot off, but it didn't make it through. Shots 18-17 in favor of Highland, but the score is 5-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Puck comes to Oren. He can't get a shot off. Wornley steps up, keeps it in. Weiss tries to center it off the side of the net. Edwardsville up the middle of the ice. Wornley crosses a nice cross ice pass for Edwardsville. Shot on, and that goes in. Fry didn't look like he was ready for that one. I think it hit his stick, but ended up going in. And I believe that is a hat trick for Will Beatty. Ravik skating in now. Ravik dancing around an Edwardsville player. Of the Ravik shot, they're going to call a penalty on Edwardsville here. They try to center it. Edwardsville they should blow the stat. Okay, they do. And they're calling slashing on Edwardsville. Of the 6 Edwardsville goals, that's probably the only one that Fry would really want back, honestly. Most of these were pretty good goals. Schmidt intercepts to the blue line, throws one on. There's a rebound. Ammon almost got to that. He would have had a side of the net open. This comes to Hicks. Hicks skating in. Hicks in the middle. Hicks shoots it over the net. Hicks battling along the boards. Comes back to the point. That, well, no icing because we're on the power play. Bogacki chasing it. Bogacki plays it up the boards to Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse gets it to Hicks. Hicks dumps it in deep. Orrin coming on now. And Orrin wants icing, but again, we are on the power play. Schmidt has it. Schmidt plays it up off Orrin's skate. Orrin gets it out. Ammon battling. Ammon up towards Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse tries to get it to Orrin, but didn't make it to him. Aravik on the ice. Edwardsville, nice glove save by Fry. Edwardsville centers. Hicks intercepts. Hicks has Aravik. Weiss back on. Hicks shoots and just missed the net. Thought he had a little room on the far post. Shot from Weiss that was on net. Schmidt gets to it. I think Highland tagged up there. Okay, Orrin I thought he was offsides, but I think he tagged up. Coley plays the man into the boards. Weiss gets this, comes to Schmidt. Schmidt plays it up to Aravik. Aravik skating in. Aravik gets it cross ice towards Tolley. 2.5 minutes left. Highland being outshot 6-0. McGrew's going to chase it. Not outshot, outscored 6-0. Shots are actually even. Highland just 2 goals in these 2 games. McGrew has it. McGrew, nice play. Gets it to Weiss. Weiss plays it in deep. Aravik tries to center it towards Orrin. Orrin has it. Orrin shoots. That goes wide of the net. Highland's missing the net on a lot of these shots, too. Doesn't help you score.
Skate!
1.5 minutes left. Orrin has it. Orrin's going to bring this up the ice. Orrin rips one on. They center it. Puck was loose in front. Abendroth jammed at it. And I think he might have knocked the goalie's stick out of his hand, but the goalie still kept it out. The goalie lost his stick, but was able to save that on the far post. Hicks chasing this. Warrenley throws one on. That was deflected. Edwardsville plays it up. They're going to get a 2-on-1 out of this. They score. Centering pass. Knocked in. 7-0 Edwardsville, and we're going to get a running clock here. Highland couldn't keep the puck in along the boards. Led to a 2-on-1 the other way. And I think the clock's basically going to run out here. Seven seconds left. And that is the end of the game and the end of the JV season. So Edwardsville wins this one 7-0. Highland was competitive for most of the game. I mean, it was 1-0 after the first, and had a good amount of shots on goal, but just kind of fell apart at the end and really couldn't get anything past the Edwardsville goalie. So Edwardsville moves on to the finals, and stay tuned tomorrow night for the Varsity playoff game versus Triad.